Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. It feels so good to be back. Hey, man. Hey, I had to get back on, man. It's Feel Good Fridays, man. It's Feel Good Fridays, and the boxing gods have delivered. Man, hey. And since I've been gone, man, I see it's a couple people been trying to take the kid's spot, man. What the young people call it now, man? They call it swagger jacking, man. Hey, man, people be swagger jacking, man. Get off my nut, man. Hey, man. Anyways, man, I wanted to talk about the Plant versus Benavidez first. I want to talk about Colbert versus Valenzuela. Second, I want to talk about Tank joining the ranks of the greats along with the hate. Yes, it's that time, man. Hey, Tank has officially made it to the point to where people hate him just as much as they love him. We got the greats. We got Mike Tyson coming out and speaking up against him. You know what I'm saying? We got Tim Bubblehead Hall of Fame Bradley coming out and speaking up against him, man. And then I got people as early as 2:30 in the morning coming on my videos about the Fulton and Inoue, talking about just what I like to see. Other black people hating on black people. No surprise here. I'm like, what? Hey, man, like it gets so misconstrued. We got the Boxing Mouf, Lyndon Wild Bill, aka Second Amendment Bill of Rights, Haney, their platform once again so they can shit on Tank, man. I told you it's the Latin mouth over there, man. Hey, but that channel over there, they can't light a candle to the Broadway Joel show, man. If you really want that real Latin spill, that real deal Holyfield, go over there to Broadway Joel, man. No affiliation with me. I just enjoy the channel, man. If you want that real Latin vibe, man, they don't do what the Boxing Mouf do. You know, they really act like they just the voice of boxing and whatever. They really just the Boxing Mouf, man. Where if you got some slander, man, and it can get a like or a click or a view, or you can get a super chat, they own it. You know what I'm saying? They let Wild Bill get up there, and man, it's crazy when Bill he get up there and he talk about Tank more than he talk about Devin. Ain't that crazy? He talk about Ryan more than he talk about Lomachenko, man. Is his head getting too big, or all those belts cursed? Like they were cursed for everybody else, because everybody was saying they was cursed when Tio had him. They was cursed when Cambosos had him, the Emperor. But they not cursed when Devin had him. And goddamn, we just into Ramadan, and this man is on the slander, the Tank slander. And I don't get it, man. People be asking me, man, what's the difference between a voice and a mouth? A mouth can give head, a voice can. Boom! You know what I'm saying? That's the difference, man. Hey, and to the no offense, but the darkies, you know what I'm saying? The darkies that they allow to grace the channel, man. Y'all might want to thank me, man, because it seemed like ever since I've been on the Boxing Mouf, ever since I've been on their ass, man, they've been trying to be more equal opportunity, man. You know what I'm saying? Danny is pretty much the only one up there being the voice of reason. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna be a matter of time that he see what everybody else see and he roll out and do his own thing. You know what I'm saying? To have those real organic interviews, you know, because the narratives that the master, you know what I'm saying, the narrative that he paint, it's only he on borrowed time, man. And everybody just trying to get their little 5 minutes of fame until the ship goes down. But we already know what's gonna go down. Because you can't continue to put out that kind of energy and be self-sustaining. But I digress. What other news do we have? We have Naoya Inoue Slander. And I really think that we as a people, man, we really gotta stop doing this, man. Until things are actually founded on founded principles, we can't be sitting up here talking about somebody is cheating, man. It's like we hate when we do it to us. Like when they do it to us, we hate it. You know what I'm saying? But we be the first ones quick to introduce it, man. We gotta let it be proven first before we do it, because otherwise you just look like a hater. What are you talking about, Mike? Man, I'm talking about when Erickson Lubin sit up there and let Sebastian Fundora uppercut him in the face about 13 times in a row, uncontested. We said that the man was cheating with no founded evidence. We revisit the Wilder Fury thing with no founded evidence. Oh man, I got proof, but I can't put out the proof. But I know the secret, and I'm on my knees, and I just got these fresh knee pads, the Kevlar knee pads, and I'm gonna take up for the champ. But you know they spiked his water, and you know they come on, man. If you got proof, show the proof, and stop accusing people of cheating before it's actually founded. We can't even really point a finger at Conor Ben right now. I had to apologize to Conor Ben because he got off. And some people saying that he didn't. And I heard some clickbait last week about something coming out that's going to prove that he did it when that didn't happen. So I'm like, man, that was clickbait. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, but as a people, we got to stop pointing fingers at people and making these accusations on people, man, with unfounded proof. Where are the standards at? Where are the standards at? You know what I'm saying? Where they at, man? I'm waiting. But this the audio person, man. And you gotta go back, man. You gotta go back to my lives, man, because I think your favorite content creator been biting, man. Okay, TV, man, you been biting, man. I done popped in a couple times this week on some things, man. You been biting, man. Give me back, man. Plus, you a flip-flopper, man. Don't y'all hate flip-flop? This man I'm talking about, it's coming up on a year and a half now, and this man is a ultimate flip-flopper, man. This man used to be on the DHP bandwagon so hard. I told this man, get up off your knees and have some dignity, man. You talking about a tank against a dream. This man a flip-flop so hard, he be out there using my talking points, man, and people be giving him credit for. I gotta say something, man. And the proof is in the pudding because I date my thumbnails. If you don't believe me, holla at your boy. Look at the thumbnails, you know what I'm saying? So smarter than the average bear. We had some racial things, and I don't really like to get into race like that. You know what I'm saying, when it comes down to boxing, you know what I'm saying, because your skin complexion can't fight for you. You might have something in your DNA that might help you, but your skin complexion can't fight for you. Whether you're light skin or dark skin, that can't fight for you. You gotta actually have the skills to pay the bills. We had a re-emergence of a Jamal Charlo, talking heavy. And I think he won a piece of that Benavidez, man. But I don't know, man. Looking like he gonna get that plant work. Or that Andre. I think he should go ahead and get Andre. If we gonna need a tune up or whatever, we gotta get all those things out of the way. But the man said he coming back in June. He's in the same camp as David Morrell, so don't try to force that. Even though our people are dyslexic, man, don't y'all know that we got more people pushing for Earl to fight Jermell than we have for people pushing for Devin to fight Shakur. I'm like, man, what's wrong with us? It's like, don't y'all know that there's a secret? Derrick James, that's the secret. You know what I'm saying? Derrick James is the one that got Bomac shaking in his boots. Call him the evil genius, man. They don't want to see Derrick James. Don't y'all know that he's the secret to both of them fighters, Earl and Jermell? Don't y'all know that he's the secret? But don't y'all know that without DJ in their corner at this present date and time, without DJ in their corner right now, they will not be the same. It is the tutelage. It's part of the package. It's the reason why the Ghost is doing what he's doing, because of the evil genius. But we got more people pushing for Jermell to fight EJ than we have for Devin to fight Shakur. Make it make sense. And then we got, you know what I'm saying, I call him Oscar the Grouch, man, who pop up out of the trash can every night around about 6 o'clock, man, getting all your super chats, you know what I'm saying, shitting on other black fighters and Bud and Tank and Bud and Remix, and then maybe a little bit of Fury hate, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of knee pad work for Deontay, a little bit of tonsil jewelry for Devin, you know what I'm saying, wash, rinse, and repeat. We have him come out talking about, oh, you're not a hardcore, you're really a casual, and talking all this bullshit. Cause I don't know, man, this man been talking about how Devin, how Gary Russell dodged Devin and he been ducking. I'm like, hold on, man, they're not even the same. They're like 2 weight classes apart. How can that be so? But then when all the smoke for Maul talking about him and Benavidez was only 1 weight class apart, but then when Gary Antoine say, okay, Devin, if my brother's a bum, come on up. And this man say, what do we have to offer? He's doing the same thing with Shakur talking about. Now look, man, if you don't really care, because you don't really care about the rankings. Now it's all about rankings, man. You are on the witness protection. You're America's top unarmed security, man. Top flight security in the world, Craig. What's wrong with him? Protecting Devin like that, man. Don't Devin got Allah? He got brothers and Wild Bill. He got that wild ass beard. He got his Second Amendment, so he said he stay strapped because he didn't want no smoke with Bernard Hoggle. Bernard Hoggle said, "Hey, Bill, when I see you keep that same energy." Bill came out and said, "Ain't nobody gonna put a hand on me with that Karen activity, man." That's why he fit right in at home on that over there on the Boxing Mouf, man. He fit right in at home, man. He fits right in. That's why he always got a platform, man. They got a seat, man. I think the seat got a dildo on it. That keeps him in place. You know what I'm saying? He just pop in, sit down on his butt plug with his dildo, and you know what I'm saying? He have a grand old time, man. And he just keep Tank junk in his mouth the whole time he over there. But I digress. This is the audio portion. It's Feel Good Friday. And if you're thankful for anything today, man, if you feeling thankful for anything today, let me know in the comment section. Even on the playback. Man. And I've been gone for a while, man. I said I wasn't going to do my lives. I've been doing some rebranding with the channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to have conversations that matter. Yeah, conversations that matter, man. Where we want to tackle everything that matters in the sport of boxing. We want to tackle all the subject matter that matters in the sport of boxing, man. We do not cater to the BS. We try to take the high road. We use common sense when it comes to everything. We don't fanboy over here. We're not part of the only fan club over here. We don't talk down to our own over here. We recognize what you do in the ring over here. Yes, sir. Because this is bodywork boxing. but we don't take things for face value. We do that body work. And I can't tell you how many days it's been, man, but your boy put down the black and miles, man. Your boy put down the black and miles, so you know I'm smoke free. And lungs been feeling better, man. It's been about 40 days, you know what I'm saying? So it only takes 21 to make a new habit. But let's get into the topic at hand. Let's get into the topic at hand. Yeah, the topic at hand is David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. And I already made my prediction. I said that Caleb Plant was going to stop David Benavidez. I based it on footwork. I based it on, experience. I based it on the fact that David Benavidez, just like two other fighters, David Benavidez, Jerron Boots Ennis, and Devin Haney, have always had the height, the reach, and the youth advantage over everybody they faced. It's a fact. So they've always had the height and the reach advantage. So they've never went into a fight being the underdog. Never. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez especially, he's been accustomed to actually going in, being able to bully, have his way. A lot of people get caught up in, I guess the arm movement, the flurry of punches, not knowing which one he's putting mustard on, which one he's not. They say that he throws a flurry a la Kazagi, dig real hard to the body. You know what I'm saying? Full footwork, no defense. It might look like a Jared Hurd situation where his defense, he uses defense with his face. He has not had anybody that's really going to stand there toe to toe with him and trade responsibly. Meaning that somebody that's going to be defensively responsible while being offensively alert. Let me repeat. Defensively responsible while being offensively alert. And I think that's Caleb Plant. And also, in the build-up, it came out by David Benavidez on admission. He said, when they asked him, like, what's the whole, inspiration for actually having a six-pack now? Because he never had a six-pack. He's been weight bullying. And he basically said, well, Caleb Plant has always been saying that I'm fat, I'm out of shape, this and this and that. I need to, be, all this stuff. And I'm like, wow. That kind of speaks volumes, because what that really means is that you didn't do it for yourself. It might have made you go back to that childhood when people were saying, oh man, you're fat, and they were fat shaming you and so your psyche, part of it might be the psyche. And I think Caleb Plant is a master at actually getting in people's heads. I think he got in David Benavidez's head. We don't know what else Caleb Plant has said that actually dove in and has attached itself to Benavidez's psyche. For one, I don't think that it was right. You can come in at 168. You're going to rehydrate. I don't know why you drained yourself down to 166. You didn't look as bad as Devin, like Skeletor, but your eyes were sunken in. I don't even know if you're going to have the same power. I'm not sure. I can't call it. I think that you have not dealt with somebody with the footwork that Caleb Plant has, and they say that the most depleting thing to a fighter is to swing and miss. And I think that Caleb Plant is going to make him miss a lot. And the slogan, along with Breadman in his corner, one of the best when it comes down to breaking down the X's and O's, when it comes down to having somebody that's going to keep you on your toes, have you on your P's and your Q's, your ones and your twos. Breadman. I think Breadman is the future. He's in that next. I think he's in that conversation of the next up, because we already applaud the Coach Calvin Fords and Kenny Ellis, the Derrick James, the Kevin Cunninghams, the Robert Garcias. That this new wave that's actually really making a name, Breadman, K. Corona. These guys, like the next wave up, like the ones that we're going to hear from like now to the future. I think Santos is in there. Bob Santos is in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, kind of maybe spreading yourself a little bit thin, in my opinion, to a certain extent. But Breadman is one of the names that's emerging, where when he speaks, people listen, and it's evident. You know what I'm saying? I think that not newfound confidence, but a reassurance and a logic behind the science as to the why you're doing certain things. So now I think that Caleb Plant, he learned from the whole experience with Canelo. I think part of it is a little bit of shame, and part of it is a little bit of embarrassment where the bright lights might have got too big, but he's been there before. And I think that dealing with somebody like Benavidez, who's not defensively responsible, who puts more physical pressure on you than mental pressure, with awkward technique, unfound tactical aggression, I think that he's in trouble. And I don't think that weight, I don't think him coming in that low, I don't really think that's going to benefit him a lot. I think that his weight, him being there with lean, you know what I'm saying, when he need to and take time, but I don't really think he's going to get a chance. I think he's going to get hit more than he's ever been hit before. I think somebody else said that. And I think that Caleb Plant has already gotten in his head. Just like when Caleb Plant reached over and touched the man on the neck and was able to pull away, and before he could even react, he was getting pulled away. Now he wants to act extra when everybody pull him apart. The art of war. How did that man reach up and touch you on your neck and get away before you even touched him? At least Canelo was swift enough to actually swing and hit him before Caleb reacted. So I think you're going to be dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that David Benavidez is used to somebody actually standing up to him, somebody being able to stand toe-to-toe with him, somebody that's not going back down. And this might be one of the first times we actually see David Benavidez on the back foot. You know, whether Caleb can actually stop him, he's more than capable. Will he? I'm not sure. That's why I'm putting my money at, though. The last time I looked at the odds, it was, if I put up 50, I'm going to gain like 350. So, and you know, and then like I said, that's an amount that I am willing to part with. So, that was a couple of things I saw with the Benavidez and Plant. We saw Jamal Charlo. You know, I think that he was hesitant in a lot of his answers because the media can be so brutal. But we saw him thinking a lot. You know what I'm saying? Which means that he cares about the image. He cares about what's being put out in the media. He cares about what you guys think. I heard him thank his fans a lot. You know what I'm saying? And to Big Maul, you know, I'm one of the ones that never shitted on you, man. I was saying, did they age you out? Man, I've been pulling for you, man. I'm happy to see you. You know what I'm saying? I gave you a mulligan because a lot of people tend to act like personal things don't happen. They tend to act like, especially in our culture, like things don't happen to us, you know what I'm saying, on purpose, by design, that it don't happen. You know, people were just shitting on you, trying to say this, trying to say that, you know what I'm saying? People will always claim, oh, man, I never did this, I never did that. I never did that, man. So I'm glad to see you getting back. I'm happy to hear your answer and what you said. You said, look, you had to purge yourself of some of the toxicities in life. And I salute you. I applaud that, man. It's good to see you back. You know what I'm saying? It's good to hear how you were thinking. Good to hear your breakdown on the fight. Good to hear that you're eager to fight either Plant or Benavidez, you know what I'm saying, or Andre. That's something that everybody wanted to know, wanted to hear. We seen Andre in his last outing. You know what I'm saying? He did well. You know, he passed his test. And so a crash collision, we glad to hear that you was able to, that you're willing to actually move up to 168. You know what I'm saying? That's good news to a lot of people. So we salute you, man. We know that, you know, greatness is in your DNA, man. And we look forward to you actually doing what you need to do to, you know, hurdle all these little obstacles, you know what I'm saying, that you might have to hurdle, to be able to get back in the ring and perform at the highest level and get what, you know what I'm saying, what you've been wanting, which are the big fights, you know what I'm saying, the ultimate test, and the ability to be able to demonstrate and showcase all of your talents and abilities. You know what I'm saying? So we salute you for that. That was good. That was really good to see and hear from Jamal. The Colbert and Valenzuela. Part of me says that part of me is just really rooting for Colbert. The only thing is when you put on film that you like pretty much quit, just like Caleb. A lot of people saying, man, they quit. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. Like when that's actually being put on film, they might give your opponent an added incentive to go extra harder, knowing that you have a breaking part. Because it was like Hector Garcia kind of broke Chris Colbert's will. There was a point in time where Chris Colbert really didn't want to engage. He wanted to stay on his bike. You know, he didn't want to suffer anything, but he was mad about it afterwards in a lot of his interviews. Very, very, very mature in his explanation, saying, look, man, my body wasn't right. He's like, I was telling my body to do certain things and it wasn't reacting. He was like, why would I put myself in a position where I can get knocked out? You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't engage. He made no excuses. He said Hector Garcia was the better man that night. And you know what I'm saying? He took his on the chin. He stood there, he answered all, like, unlike some people when they get their ass knocked out. And Colbert didn't even get his ass knocked out. He got dropped. You know what I'm saying? People saw his panty liner for a second. But he got dropped, but he didn't get stopped. So let's correct that. Chris Colbert did not get stopped. He went to 412, but he became non-committal towards the end of that fight. And Hector Garcia pretty much took his cornbread. You know what I'm saying? Like life. Like the dude on life. But Valenzuela, on the other hand, he got on his high horse. He was on Adversity University last time out when he was facing this savage called Edwin de los Santos, the grenade, a real grenade, a live wire where he knocked de los Santos out. De los Santos got up and stopped him. The ref had to hug him and console him. You know what I'm saying? And he was on his high horse before the De Los Santos fight, talking about how he wanted Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And everybody was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people all on the train, you know what I'm saying? And I actually like Valenzuela too. You know what I'm saying? I got to see some of his interviews on the Boxing Mouf, you know, and he was with the David Benavidez camp, and Senior was training him. Senior came out and threw he threw Valenzuela all the way up under the bus after the fight, saying he wasn't focused in the camp. You know, he thought he might have had his mind on girls, you know, all kind of stuff. Well, I think he had a little slice of humble pie. He said in his own words, he took a high road. He demonstrated a level of maturity in an interview, and he also said that maybe I was a little bit intoxicated with my power. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I wasn't as focused as I needed to be. And so this fight is a pivotal fight in both careers. We got to keep in mind that Colbert is moving up. He's coming from 130 to 135. He's more of the boxer. Valenzuela might not be the most technically sound, but he, on paper, is known to have more power. So who knows what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm going to say that Chris Colbert, knowing that he has something to prove, getting a dose of reality, being a more superior boxer, I'm going to pick Chris Colbert in this situation. Moving on to Tank. Tank has been getting a lot of hate lately. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson has been the latest. It's so crazy because he let Ryan Garcia go crazy on the show like 2 years ago, talking about he was going to knock Tank out in the second round. He also let the Mexican Monster get up there and bash Jamal Charlo 2 years ago, and everybody ran with it, only for Maul to come out later on and say his hands were tied when he went on the Mike Tyson podcast, and he was not at liberty to discuss everything because he was in negotiations at the time. Nobody came out and cleared that up, but both the Mexican Monster and Ryan Garcia were the benefit of Mike Tyson. Only for Mike Tyson to come out and shit on his little man, talking about the only thing that we might be alike in is getting in trouble. I'm like, man. Oh man, it's so crazy, man. When the greats, when you okay, so when Mayweather is kicking you out of the gym, you know what I'm saying? Your mentor. When your mentor is kicking you out of the gym, when a legend that you look up to, you know what I'm saying, is shitting on you, saying that we ain't nothing alike aside from actually getting in trouble. When they shitting on you and everybody else is pushing and pulling and grabbing like the boxing out. Just, man, I got some custom knee pads for them guys, but they've been on Ryan stuff. Making all these excuses, painting all these narratives, acting like Ryan really fight at 140 when he fight at 135 and Tank conceded to giving them a pound and then letting them be. But it's almost like they pushing, they got they knives and they pitchforks out, wanting Ryan to be able to fight at go in the ring at 150. Talking about he gotta drain him or he don't want him at 100%. What is 100% for Ryan? Was he 100% for to go? I don't remember him slapping to go to sleep. I remember him stopping Fortuna, but we don't know what version of Fortuna that was, and we don't even know if that was his real weight. I think they both was out of shape, and Ryan didn't want the discipline. And not to mention, Ryan had pulled out of a fight. It's my second time on a video saying this. Ryan had pulled out of the first fight with Tank. Did y'all forget? No, but you've been doing this for 11 years. I've been doing this for 11 years. You got all these excuses. But when you reach this status, Tank, when you reach this status, man, just know that just as many people are going to pay to see you lose, that people are going to pay to see you win. And it's okay when everybody else get applauded for making all the money like Jake Paul and all that, but you being a cash cow, according to Bill, that don't mean shit because it's an exhibition. And all the belts matter, but people don't give a fuck that Devin got them belts because he went and fought Cambosis twice. So, you know what I'm saying, Tank? You've actually made it to the graces. You made it to the stage where people actually love to hate you just as much as they love to love you. So salute for that, man. Because when they say if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping, man. I don't really subscribe to that, but you got a lot of haters. You know what I'm saying? That means you are popping in this scenario. So I want to salute you, man. Stay focused, stay grounded, man. Do not read the newspaper clip. You know, trust your team. Trust Coach Calvin. Trust Coach Kenny. Trust and rehearse your old victories. You got Larry Wade out here giving, information about how great you are in your sparring. A very, very credible strength and conditioning, coach, vouching for you, telling people the real deal. Just like Coach Kevin Cunningham was talking about how you were the real deal, the leverage, the power, like a God-given power puncher that you are. So just stay rooted and grounded, man. Don't read these newspaper clippings. Don't listen to the Boxing Mouf. They're just designed to give head to Devin and Bill Haney. You know what I'm saying? And they are getting paid for it. So don't get distracted by them. Anybody that come on the channel, anybody try to come and be smart or, throw shit on your name, underestimate your talent and abilities and everything that you've been able to amass, in the time that you've been in the sport. Don't get distracted. Quiet the noise. Get tunnel-like focus and vision. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to these content creators who be like, oh, I love Tank, and then want to shit on you every other day because Devin Haney is about to fight Lomachenko and you about to fight Ryan for the big bag. The same bag that everybody gave Bud an excuse to go get, which I don't think Bud got that kind of bag. But it was okay when Bud was getting to the bag. But now in this fight ain't shit because Tank and Ryan about to get to the bag. They both undefeated and both want to see who will win. Don't buy into that hype, Tank. Don't buy into that crazy foolishness, man. They don't want to see you on the top. They wish you was a statistic. And Bill, he rejoiced when you got locked up. He rejoiced when your mugshot was getting put out. He thought and hoped and prayed that you would go away. Do not give him the satisfaction of a victory. Matter of fact, do extra push-ups, do extra sit-ups, do extra pull-ups, do extra backflips. Hit that bag extra hard to silence these haters. You got my support. Always. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore strong. And to round out the discussion, man, look. when it comes down to Inoue and the undue hate and the unfounded criticism, whenever it comes to like a Sebastian Fundora or Inoue or anybody that's actually showing themselves to be, you know, a champion or have the DNA of a champion, you know, with no founded reason or logic behind why you would even say that they were actually cheating or something, we gotta stop pulling a race card on them. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop pulling a race card because it makes us look stupid. It's not hating when you state that Fulton did not win by a unanimous decision against Figueroa. It was a split decision, meaning that some people walked away after looking at that fight, believing that you lost that fight to Figueroa. At the point in time when Fulton actually was in trouble in that fight against Figueroa. Figueroa, according to CompuBox, is the #1 in allowing opponents to actually hit him. You did not win that by unanimous decision. Inoue is a surgeon when it comes to hitting. He can hit you and hurt you with your left. He can hit you and hurt you with the right. He can go upstairs, downstairs. He can cut the ring off without using the jab. He's already moved up 3 weight divisions. This is not black on black crime when you state the facts. When it comes to jabs landed, when it comes to connect percentages, jab connect percentages, total punching percentages, power punch percentages, opponents missing. Like, when I say that Fulton was not in the top 10 in any of those categories, that's not black on black crime. That's how you actually, if somebody did not know anything about a fight and all they had was the numbers from CompuBox and records and analysis, and that's all they actually had to go by, that's a true, real, accurate analysis. You can't get upset about that. You really can't. So we got to be realistic, man. Like, and when we introduce the race card, when it comes into these like subjects that don't even really involve race, it makes us look bad, very bad. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop that. Victor Lee, shout out to Victor Lee, man. People have agendas, yes sir. Timothy Bradley putting his 2 cents on fight hype on the Fulton versus Inoue fight. Man, I would love to, I don't know what he said, Victor Lee. Victor Lee, man, if you want, man, you can get on, man, and share. You know, if you like, man, this is open forum. That's the link right there if you want to get on there, man. But Tim Bradley, he kind of changed, man. Tim Bradley, especially since he's got inducted to the Hall of Fame, he's even more snobby. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is, Tim Bradley, you know who Tim Bradley is? Devin Haney. Devin Haney and Tim Bradley are one and the same. Mark my words. Their careers are going to match eerily similar. So Devin probably get in the Hall of Fame, but it's going to be a la Tim Bradley. Victor Lee, let's see. Victor Lee says, race bait channel makes money off race. That's why they love making it. Yeah, they do. It's sad though. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, when you come, hey, look, this is truly a safe haven for people who purely love boxing, man. Because at the end of the day, man, you could be cold black. You know what I'm saying? Or your eyes could be slanted to where you could barely see. If you got the skill to pay the bills, that's all that matters. That's all that matters, man. So I try not to get distracted by it. I know that it's out there, man, but not on my channel, man. I don't get down like that. So, you know, I avoid it. You know, I have responsible boxing talk. But if you want to hop on, man, Anybody want to hop on? I'm actually here for the smoke too. I'm actually here for all the smoke too, because think of some people out there that got some smoke for me, man. Some people that's out here, they been biting, man. What's up? I'll be here for a couple more minutes, man. I thought somebody might have dropped through and had some smoke for your boy. I gave my prediction, man. I believe that Caleb Plant stops Benavidez. You know, if not, he's definitely going to get the victory. I don't think that it was wise for Benavidez to show up 166 pounds. I think that was overkill. He might be weakened. His stamina probably definitely going to take a hit. He's been training for a long time. It looks totally different. I don't think he's as fundamentally sound. Yes, he does have overwhelming pressure, but I think the footwork of Caleb Plant is going to give him problems. It's going to make him miss. It's going to make him frustrated. He's going to start making a lot of mistakes. And the way Caleb Plant is talking, he can be very composed. And the way Breadman has him is going to make him miss and then make him pay. And I think that's what's going to happen in that fight. I think Colbert had his wake-up call. He knows that he can't lose. You know, he's always been a superior boxer. He has a lot of speed. I think he's going to frustrate Valenzuela. And I think that Valenzuela also is going to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I think he has a bright future, but I'm going to pick Colbert. You know what I'm saying? I'm not as sure that Colbert beats Valenzuela as I am that Caleb Plant beats Benavidez, but I'm going with Colbert on that fight. The Spencer and Ramos fight, Spencer sounds good. It's a test that I'm guessing since he was matched up for it, since he requested it, it's one that he believes he can, you know, get. And he's talking like somebody got to take somebody's heart. So it sounds like Spencer has the confidence, you know, to actually win that fight. Will he win that fight? Not sure. Cody Crowley, he was talking big noise, talking about if you're not willing to throw 100 to 200 punches around with that kind of output, I mean, how good is your technique? So he might be biting off a little bit more than what he can chew. He is, you know, doing this thing for people who suffer from mental health. You know, my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family, you know, for what him and his family actually endured, and he is fighting for a cause. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that he keeps his emotions in order going into that fight, and they truly, you know, still consider that this is a sweet science, you know. And the last thing I want to talk about, man, is EJ Hutton, man. When Earl's the truth spins, when he tweets, people listen. I think EJ got the world on a standstill, man, and everybody want to hear from him, man. Everybody is like on the edge of their seat, waiting to hear. You know what I'm saying? They just want to hear the word, man. And you know, we ready for you to get back in the ring, Earl, man. Like, you got some diehard fans, man, who've been holding it down through all of the slander, man. We don't buy into none of that bullshit, man. And we just want to see you back in the ring. We want to see you healthy. You know what I'm saying? We know what kind of stock you come from. We know what kind of character you got. And we just want to see and hear from you, man. We want to see and hear from you to make a big, solid move, man. We know that you, Mel, and Maul are all lock in step, man. So we look forward to big things, man. Anyways, I thought I might have somebody who might have some smoke for me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody have no smoke for me, so I'm going to get out of here, man. But I'm excited about, you know, what the future holds. We got a lot of big fights coming up. And the Naoya Inoue and Fulton fight was pushed from May to July. Otherwise, we're getting Tank and Ryan in April. We're getting Plant Benavidez tomorrow. Colbert, Valenzuela tomorrow. And, you know, I'm not going to mention some of the other people out because they get They get no praise, man. They get no praise from me. But we got Shakur and Yoshi. I gotta do my hard work on Yoshi. I gotta break that down. We got Robisi, Ramirez, and Isaac Dogbe. Gotta actually do my breakdown on that. You know, for one of our supporters on the channel. So I'm gonna get that out. You know, but we got Super Bad. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite boxers in the world. That little, she's like a little Mighty Mouse, man. She can box. You know what I'm saying? I love watching her work. So I think she goes on, and I get to see her tomorrow. But anyways, man, thanks for everybody who actually tuned in, you know, to the channel. Thanks for all your likes, your comments. Thanks for the growth. Thanks for everybody who you know, brings something to the channel. And for everybody who actually contributes. You know what I'm saying? It's very much appreciated. This channel builds brick by brick. We have no affiliations. We don't do any sensationalism. We don't do any clickbait. You know what I'm saying? We have not grabbed onto the coattails of any large organization. We have not put on any knee pads. We have not put on any tonsil jewelry, no throat coat. You know what I'm saying? We don't get reach arounds. We stand on our own too, come up with our own content, with everything from start to finish. Anything you see, it's a one-man army, along with the support and the people who actually like, comment, and share the video. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say salute to all of the kidneys. Salute to the kidneys. It's about 429 of y'all. Looking to get about 430. You know, just the other day, like 8-9 days ago, we was at 400. So we are experiencing growth. And if you rock with this channel, it's because you have critical thinking skills. You know what I'm saying? What matters inside the ring is the only thing that matters, you know, and we speak the truth. Because remember, silence is consent. So if you say nothing, you agree. Thanks for tuning in here at Bodywork Boxing. We don't take things for face value. We do that body work.